Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome to Total War Attila Medieval Kingdoms the campaign. My god, I've been wanting to say that for literally years and now I finally can. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the first alpha of the campaign, and now this isn't just like any other mod alpha where we have a few factions scattered in with like a handful of units. No, this is the Medieval Kingdoms alpha, and this has obviously full rosters for over 72 factions, I believe. The 72 factions are in the campaign. We have the entire tier 1 tech tree, so the early game, which lasts for around about 100 years. We have full building trees done. We have England, France, Iberia, Hungary with all of their event chains done. We have scripts for war weariness, noble caps, papal favors, as well as family tree, religions. We have officers done. We have all the accolades and like followers you can get for your generals. We have seizing lightning. We have religious missions, and we have campaign music, as well as starting diplomacy. I mean, my god, that is one hell of an alpha, if I do say so. So obviously this is an alpha and things will change as the mod gets, tested, and people kind of realize, oh, this is a bit broken, we should fix that. And we'll probably run across a few bugs here and there, but hopefully we can do our part helping out and maybe fixing a few of these bugs as well by reporting them to the 1212 team. So I should mention as well that this is not available to everyone at the moment. It is in closed testing. However, this has been in development for a long time. The modders have put in so much work because Total War Attila is not easily moddable. It is extremely hard to do so. So what they've done is just absolutely amazing, and it's been a long time until I've really sat down with like a massive mod like this, like for Total War. I feel like even till it's been since Medieval 2 where I've been this excited to load up a fully fleshed out campaign, because as you can see, look at all these campaign factions, and all of them do have their full rosters. A lot of the time in these mods that are in development, you end up running into like a faction that hasn't been fleshed out yet on the campaign map, and you've got the highest tier units and they're still repping with like the first starting date units, and you just absolutely ruin them. That won't be the case. You guys have seen 1212 on the channel, and you know that there are a ton of units, and everyone has, even the electors of Germany and the HRE have really interesting factions right here. That's Italy. So yes, in today's video I want to jump in and play as France. Originally I wanted to play as someone in Iberia. However, they start off with a huge scrap, and I feel like this video is more about exploring the campaign and seeing what we can do in the campaign itself. So I didn't think starting off with a battle would be great for my first video. However, if you guys want to see me dive back in after we've done this one, then let me know in the comments down below and drop a like on the video. It really does help out, and then we can come in, because they actually have I think a historical battle at the beginning, kind of like in Ancient Empires how they have the Battle of Zama, and they have a 3v3. Basically, all six of these factions are fighting each other. Obviously, 3 on the Sunni Islam side and 3 on the Catholic side. So that's a really cool start, and I love that. But I think for today, what we're going to do, we're going to be playing as France. They have some really interesting mechanics. They have a really interesting start date, and I think France is just a well-known faction. I know Indie Pride is playing as the Kingdom of Jerusalem, so after this video, if you want to go check out his Kingdom of Jerusalem playthrough, then I highly recommend it. Indie Pride is a great YouTuber. I really shouldn't be advertising other YouTubers before my video has really even started. But anyway, let's just dive into it. You guys are probably sick of me talking. So as France, we are in the Culture et Frisia culture group. Culture groups I don't think have much say on your faction. They'll probably have some sort of scripts later on. However, this is mainly just kind of like saying, oh, this is where you are, and you've kind of got a cool little name right there of like the heirs of Charlemagne and the Frank resides. And then we also have our faction traits. So these are going to obviously to represent kind of what our faction will be good at. And the French are obviously good at knights. So we do have 5 morale for all cavalry, which is nice, as well as 20% charge bonus from cavalry units and a +1 noble unit cap. So nobles are going to be capped in the game, so you can't just have a full army of nobles without the right technology and other stuff. So you're going to have a well-ranged wide army, which is cool. You know, it does seem kind of stupid sometimes when you do have full-on armies of just the strongest nobles, and, you know, if you do that, you're going to be, you know, you're going to have to be able to do stuff with that through technology and buildings and other stuff like that. So you can make it happen, but it's going to be costly, and I kind of like how that's in there. We also have cheaper construction costs for all agriculture buildings, which is kind of nice. However, we do get -25 diplomacy with Western Europe, so, you know, because we're quite aggressive. Europe doesn't quite like us as much. We're going to be playing on hard. I'm not taking this too seriously. This is more to show you guys more about the campaign than anything else. But yeah, it's just so exciting that the campaign has got to this stage. You know, it is only tier 1, so it's like kind of like the early game is kind of done, but even the early game will probably see some changes as it gets tested and developed. So yeah, I want to give a massive shout out to this entire team. They have worked extremely hard on creating something extremely amazing or spectacular. I don't know, this is really, really impressive. So yeah, big shout out to everyone on this team. You know, they've done amazing jobs, and I'm really excited to see the scripts that D Trooper has done as well, because there seems like there's some really interesting ones in here, like this. So the Pope. As a Catholic faction, you have to play the kind of prestigious game of managing both your feudal levies and also your clergy. So you're going to have to kind of play both sides and keep the Pope happy. You can see, I believe, a papal seat up here. So at the moment we are at 5 papal standing. I don't really know what this does, but we can explore it together. I imagine if the Pope is extremely displeased with you, you'll get excommunicated, and if he's really happy with you, maybe he'll favor you in certain, you know, in certain arguments and stuff. Kind of like how Medieval 2 rocked with their Pope, which is kind of cool. We also have a new war weariness system, which has been completely redone, which is what I really, really like. War weariness was a really cool mechanic from Age of Charlemagne. However, it just didn't hit the nail on the head. It was a great start, but it just didn't add enough of like this war weariness of like beating your opponent into submission through it, you know, and hopefully they have done a great job, and I'm sure they have in this game. So yes, we are playing as France. We start off, I believe, at war with Toulouse down here to the south. We're not at war with the English yet. Remember them words, because, you know, things will happen. And then we have, I think we only have 4 cities. So we have Orleans right here, Toulouse and Bordeaux right there, and then Bordeaux. We're not playing Warhammer, but it's actually Bordeaux. I think it is actually. And then we obviously also have our home city right here of Lyon, Paris, and this province right here. So Paris is our capital, but is not a walled city, I imagine, due to the fact that just the way the Attila map is set up. Obviously, we have the huge campaign map right here going all the way off into the like mountains of India right here. It's absolutely crazy, and you just look how many factions they are. It's really, really cool. It really is. So as France, we have a pretty, you know, well-designed city straight off the bat. I would like it for some of these factions, honestly. A bit of my feedback from initially playing the game is I would like a few empty campaign or building slots right here. I think that could be quite nice for me to kind of craft my cities instead of them already being fully built. I don't know. I feel like as a player, I'd want to be able to build these, but we can always just redesign them. That's not really an issue. And as you can see, there's a whole range of buildings, all custom buildings and stuff as well. So you can do some really, really serious stuff. Obviously, also I can just also destroy this as well if I need to. But right now, I think this is all a fine setup. We've got churches in here, which are costing us some serious moolah. We have some trading docks as well, which I might look to build up. And as you can see, the trading docks actually do reduce your state religion, I guess, because you're bringing in a lot more, you know, foreign merchants and stuff into your land who are spreading their own religion. However, I think as France, we're probably going to be pretty solid there. We also could think about leveling up our city centre at some point. So as I said, we have the full building tree done. We also, or not we, but the team, the 1212 team, have the full building tree done. They also have the tier 1 technologies as well. So this is kind of like the early game techs that you will be progressing forward. I believe as well that the tech is set to 4 times at the moment. That might change as the game goes on, you know, to make this just kind of speed up a little bit. But, you know, and I'm sure if this is set to this, you know, through the main release of the mod, you'll easily find mods, but I think at the moment it's set to 4 times for the sake of it, and then they might adjust it and change as the game goes on. We also have several armies as France as well. So we have an army down here in the south, and as I said, our knights are going to be our real strong kind of point to our force. We're going to really need to level these guys up and build up. But we are at war with Toulouse. They have 2 provinces, so we're going to need to sort them out. And we also have 2 armies in the north, one in Paris and also one in Normandy right there. So let's just do our technology really quickly. I guess we'll go down the military route. Yeah, both of these growth is kind of nice actually, but I mean we're having fun. So let's just see if we can get some high tier infantry. So the way that upgrades and units work is basically you will keep these entire units the entire early game somewhat, and when you hit the next tier you'll be able to then upgrade them into kind of the follow-up units. So you'll be able to keep the same units but upgrade them. That way experience will stay on the units and the armies, and you'll just basically be able to continually like progress your armies quite nicely. We are at war with Toulouse, however I do want to recruit my men, so I'm actually going to get across this river and start making my way back to Orleans, just like around here, so we can quickly hit to Lyon if anything comes through this path. And then obviously we're going to recruit a couple more men as well, just to kind of bolster the defenses. Let's get a couple more of our kind of lowly infantry, and then maybe some crossbows would be nice as well. These guys are the cheapest, so let's just do that. We'll go up to 14 men on this army, because I do want to win a quick war against Toulouse if I can, because you guys will see why in a second. These armies are fine. We have our French king, so the family tree is obviously done, so we have our king, who is not married. However, do we need to marry him? He is 47 years old, but it might take a while for him to actually, level up. We obviously have our son down here as well, and our heir. Our heir is not of age, but we do have another son over here. I wonder why I chose this son over that. The portraits are obviously all different. I imagine we'll be getting more of these portraits as the mod develops and gets closer and closer out of alpha, just to kind of spice up these faction pictures so you can really define who's who. We also obviously have governor positions as well, so you can actually stick people into governor positions. We do need some governors, so let's see what we can get done, because these are all completely different as well, I believe now. So these have all been changed up to fit the rule. This is something I would love to see more of. More development of is these skill trees for generals. I feel like the basic Attila ones are just kind of bland, and they don't really get you tied to characters, because there's nothing exciting here really. It's like, oh, I've got +1 zeal, that's cool. So I'd love to see these like addressed at some point, obviously in the far future, just to have these like really exciting skill trees where you can really create unique characters. I think that's something that they probably would look to do at some point in the future. So let's have a look. So we got a good wealth from industry dudes right here. We've got a good defensive dude. We don't really need him. I mean, he'd be a good governor, but and another good wealth dude. So let's go and stick. We'll stick Robert in control of France, and then we'll stick this guy in control of Aquitaine. Or do we not have enough? Can we not do that? Can we only have one? Oh, we can only have one at the moment. That's fine. And we have a few positions over here we can probably stick in. No? Oh, yeah, we have a few. So let's go and stick a few. You're garrisoning an army. And then no one else has enough influence to go in. I don't think. Yeah, no, that's all. Cool, so we've done our governors, and we've done that, which is going to be awesome. We should now be able to pop an edict over here, which obviously have all been changed. So religious tolerance, something like that would probably be amazing in like Iberia or Castile. We also have military drilling for more men. That's kind of nice as well. 10 morale for militia recruited. We have army recruitment. That's actually amazing. Wealth and growth. Less tax, but, cheaper maintenance cost for the province, which is good because a lot of buildings like churches do cost you a lot of money. And they do obviously hurt as well. But I think for now what we will do is just do the growth. We'll get more money from agriculture, which we do have quite a few farms. I believe we have actually only one farm, so maybe that's not the best idea. Maybe we do just roll down more taxes or even more recruits. We're going to be recruiting a large portion of our army. But I do kind of like this though, just more money. Because it also gives us money from commerce. Oh, wait, commerce, yeah, definitely. So let's do that. Can we make a ton of our cash from these fairgrounds? So let's look at diplomacy really quickly. So diplomacy is set up to basically create the early game. Obviously, after the early game, you can kind of do what you want, but the scripts and campaign and stuff will kind of lead you down certain directions, which you can adjust. So does anyone else want to trade with us that we have? Doesn't look like it. It looks like we are literally trading with most people who like us. There's a few Italian states down here that we could easily trade with. Again, they are part of the HRE, so I would like to trade with them. It doesn't seem like they're going to. Again, I don't know how much they've done with this AI. Also, yeah, so I don't think Aragon would want to be our friend because they're actually allied with Toulouse, who we're at war with. Luckily, we're not at war with Toulouse, which is good. Do any of the Italian states want to? No, it doesn't look like. I don't think we have enough goods right now. We'll try Sicily, and then if they don't want to do it, we can maybe pay a little bit of cash as well. We have a small treasury right now. That would actually be moderate. Can we get away with doing only 1,400? They'd reject that. Okay, whatever. We're okay for now. I don't think we're in any real need to kind of really go crazy. Is there anything else we want to kind of adjust? I think that's everything, right? For our first term, we're recruiting units down in this army. These two armies are just in garrison, and you guys will see why very soon. And I think we're good. What about stances? Have stances changed? So I think we just have the normal kind of like recruitment, fortify, etc. Force marches, back ambush. Yeah, that's all cool. Any province effects? I don't know. We're just taking a look. So indifference. I imagine if people are happy, they would definitely come up, and we've got construction cost as well here due to the spring. That's kind of nice as well. Construction cost giving a nice little bonus in the string. That's kind of cool. We have a little bit of money left over. I guess we'll just improve this church, maybe? Oh, this port. It does give me a lot more money and also improves road development, which gives me more trade. So let's do that. Let's end the turn. So cool, that's our first turn. I'm taking things kind of slow just because I want to show you guys the stuff that happens. And we're about to see one of the first scripts for England fire very, very soon. Okay, so Toulouse does move the army up to Lyon. We can obviously reinforce. That's kind of why I brought the army back. I mean, I mainly brought it back so I didn't get, like, ambushed or something. We can go and defeat this army and then deal with that. However, we're going to have to be very, very careful because of this. The English invasion. The lowly King John of England has begun preparations for an invasion of Normandy. The English are joined by the county of Flanders and the Holy Roman Empire. The time has come to mount a defense and throw those English dogs back into the sea. It's just stuff like this which is so awesome and adds life to the campaign. I dig it so much. So nice, we secured the office for him, which is going to be good. We are losing a little bit of cash. I mean, we do only have 4 provinces, so it's not like we're like pretty massive. We do have to worry about this, though. We got an army over here. We're obviously, luckily, we're not at war with the entirety of the HRE. We're only at war with the Emperor. I mean, the Emperor is still scary, but his main forces, if we go to diplomatic, his main focus is his vassals, right? That's the point of the Holy Roman Empire, is all the princes inside. So we go diplomacy really quickly. You know, he has all these vassals, and the Holy Roman Empire in the campaign has a really interesting ability. He gets +4 levies from vassals. So basically, when you go to a vassal, for example, I have Burgundy. If I was to walk into their territory, I could levy men from them, which was a cool thing they added in Age of Charlemagne. So in that case, like, I can just go over here and raise troops as I go across the empire if I was the HRE, raising, you know, big armies from all the different electors and princes, which I just thought was really, really cool. So ideally, I don't know, do we want to try and fight them? Because obviously the English are coming. We want to obviously take out this as well to secure that wine would be amazing. We have, you know, bigger fish to fry right now. Our economy is kind of struggling somewhat. Our provinces are a bit happy, and we could maybe go up to, you know, higher taxes. Would Paris would still be happy. This province would not be. But that would give us money, and we kind of need money to recruit men, right? Because Flanders is going to come at us soon. We can actually recruit better units up here as well. I imagine because we have that tier 2 barracks, maybe. Oh, we actually have a chartered city right here in Paris. That's obviously why, giving me some good nobles. Infantry, I imagine these are my noble class, right? Do these guys have a limit? Or if I spam these guys out, am I going to get one of the scripts firing? Just seeing if we have it up here. Don't think so right now. War wariness. Okay, so here we go, right here. Recruited noble units, 0 out of 10. That's kind of cool. And I believe we get more, right? We get a few more for being French or not? Am I thinking of something else? No, I'm thinking of a different faction who gets a few more. But anyway, we'll pick up some more of these heavy knights. They'll do so much more damage. They will be really solid. Does it say what like class is a noble? I don't know if it does, because it'd be nice if it did tell me somewhere. Like, I assume these guys are noblemen. Maybe they're not. Yeah, we just have a load of units up here. We can really recruit knights. That's going to be the most important thing, because that's what he said. The knights are our strong point right now. So let's pick up a unit of cavalry there as well, just to bolster this. I mean, we already have a bunch, but anyway. I mean, I guess we'll go back to Lyon as well and prepare. We can't reach them, unfortunately, but we'll go back over here. Also, I want to see if we can get these guys to maybe be our friend, because we are already... Oh, they're actually part of the HRE, right? Yeah, they are. Unfortunately, I'd love to get non-aggression with them. Just basically securing off this post. See if the Swiss want non-aggression. I probably should have done this beforehand as well.
We are, as always, a welcoming host to you.
Just sort of secured like non-aggressions along the border with the Emperor. Trier have a really cool dude as their general. He's like an absolute beast. So nice. We kind of basically got friendship along all of his coastline, which is nice. I would also love to maybe get non-aggressions. Because this is probably something I should have done at the beginning. I mean, that's what you normally do. But yeah, it'd also be nice in Iberia to grab up a few non-aggressions of like Castile. We're already trading with them. And basically just improve our relationships. Aragon as well? Would they want to be our friend? No, they won't. What about Navarra? Because Navarra will have an open border with when we take out Toulouse. I'd actually pay them for... I mean, we need our money both to recruit men, don't we? Yeah. So this army is in the city now. It's currently losing integrity, but a very, very slow rate. I mean, oh yeah, we can also recruit men. But I think I'd rather have the men up in the north, because if England come across, we can see the King John right there. Well, that's actually General William, but he could easily sail across and attack us. And we got our King's army right here. I think I'm actually going to bring the King's army down here and try and quickly kill Toulouse with these forces. Maybe I'll be able to take a city, engage this army, because I can't imagine Toulouse has more than one army. So let's do that. Let's try it. I probably should have done this before. I should have maybe moved my King's army down. Oh crap, they do have 2 armies. But that's a little bit scary, because they could obviously just go to Orleans and fight it. So we're going to have to maybe go and scrap both of these armies with both of our armies. King John is on the move in the north as well. Like, this French start is actually kind of difficult. The fifth crusade. Pope Innocent III has proclaimed a new crusade to free the Holy Lands. The fourth council. There we go. Join the crusade through its intended target and not personally known. So we'll be asked to join the crusade, which is kind of cool. Oh, Provence. And this HRE faction is at war. Does that mean that Provence is at war? I don't actually know who Provence is, but does that mean that Provence is actually now at war with the Emperor? I wonder how that works and how they've got that to work when you attack a client state of the Emperor. Does he just go to war? I wonder. So yeah, I imagine playing as Jerusalem would be really exciting with all the Crusades going off by good old Popey. Yeah, that'd be pretty exciting. So yeah, we do actually have... The English king has disappeared now. Can we recruit some spies? Recruiting a spy would probably be really important. No, unfortunately, we only have this dude. The campaign spotting there. We'll just get a watchman anyway. We've got a priest, so we'll move into a border, because they can move in at any rate. This army's a little bit stronger. So do they both reinforce? They do. So let's have a big battle. Let's dive into this and kick this one off, because we can engage there. And we have our army coming around here as well. So let's just attack with this army. We'll reinforce with our other, and let's have a big scrap. So we're fighting the Toulouse king right now. We don't really have good quality men, but neither do they, and we have a lot of cavalry. So I'm hoping our cavalry will just allow us to completely wrap up the enemy force. They have a lot of missiles as well, but I guess so do we. Let's just dive into our first battle of the campaign. This has been so much fun. Like, it really has. It just feels like everything has been oiled together. Oh, they're fortified? Oh, God. I did not realize they were fortified. My bad, I guess. We maybe should have attacked the other army, but they do also have a reinforcement army, so we can kill the reinforcement army with both of our troops and then turn around and kill them. We definitely want to fight in fog. I want a visible battlefield. No rain, please. No rain, please. Ugh, rain. I mean, rain's better than fog, right? Let's start our deployment. So that's obviously going to be their fortified. We've got our reinforcements coming on here. I imagine their reinforcements will come on, like, here. So let's just, let's form up as if we were preparing to attack them. And they'll probably sally out. Knowing that they have reinforcements coming on, they'll probably look to bring on their men. Again, we have that. I mean, you guys have also seen the units multiple times. We just kind of look at them. Got our French general right here. We then have our archers. Yeah, archers of the early period. Nothing too crazy. And then just our basic kind of levy swords and axemen. A few of them have maces and stuff, but nothing too special whatsoever. And we obviously have our knights over here, which are going to be our elite force. Right there. And then we also have these guys who are kind of, I guess, less armored, more sergeants and stuff. So yeah, as I said, I imagine they will sally out and we'll have to turn around and face them. I'm really just looking to where their reinforcements come on. I don't know, they might be sallying out. I hope I've also got the right way for their reinforcements as well, because that would really, really suck if we didn't. So our reinforcements are coming on. We have our king coming on, which is going to be pretty important. So let's bring him down here. Yeah, their reinforcements are coming on over here. Cool, let's obviously rotate our battle line like so. We'll march over there. Are they just reforming? So they're not going to sally out, which is good for us. We can hopefully just kind of take them out bit by bit. And we'll just move these guys on over here as well to reinforce. Yeah, something like that would be good. If the cavalry wants to run, that's fine. This army probably does need to be a little bit quicker as well, especially the cavalry as well. Let's get the cavalry over here. Because if we can harass their... I think they're just going to throw their general in. Yeah, it's basically just fortifying this. We'll just give it their fortifying this. We've got our king cavalry coming over, which is great. So let's run our cavalry. Yeah, we want to send our cavalry in and try and catch this general before he... Oh, they got a lot of horse though. Well, now it's time to send our cavalry in to do its job. Yeah, we get good charge as well. It does reduce our speed, so we don't want to pop that speed bonus yet. Basically, just want to make our way over. Is that like the Alps in the background? It could be the Alps in the background, because we are fighting around there. You know, I'd love to engage these guys if we could. Like so, and we'll have 2 units kind of wrapping around. I kind of got caught on my infantry line right there. It's just throwing our men. Reinforcements can move in there to help out this fight. But these crossbows are going to be painful though, so I'm actually going to try and keep a unit back. Hopefully bring over these archers. These swordsmen kind of go through the gaps here. Crossbows can set up there. Swordsmen through the gaps. Archers can come in as well. Oh, going. This is kind of risky for our cavalry, and our cavalry is actually really struggling right now to win this battle so far. We've got swordsmen in. Cavalry fights are really important. Luckily, their men are staying inside the city as well. We're going to get 1 charge off. This is a problem. The AI has created a really nice crossfire right there, which is going to be extremely painful. And yeah, as I said, this cavalry is actually really struggling. Come around here and attack these guys. You guys form up there. Our archers should be good. Our general can sit back, maybe go help out over here. Definitely get out of that formation. Basically come around and hit these guys. Get our swords engaged. Maybe pull out this unit of weaker swords now and just basically shoot the missiles. Bring our general back as well. Been a hard fight to begin with. Smash into the back of these guys. Get our missiles back as well. Bring in swordsmen to help out. Crossbows can reform now. Archers are focusing on their missiles. Cavalry can come around and reinforce. Swordsmen coming in. Okay, so we got a battle on our hands, that is for sure. I'm hoping I'll have enough to defeat this. You know, we still got all of these guys coming over, and I guess we will rush the cavalry over some more as well. The infantry is going to be exhausted by the time it gets here, but hopefully by the time it does, they'll be a little bit more effective. We have a lot of missiles as well who are going to be focused on their missiles. Their general has been killed as well. I think he was fighting over here. That should be a great morale debuff for them. I also have our war cry as well, so let's pop that off right there. Seems perfect. Our missiles are all focusing down them. Cavalry is just on a muck right now. Perfect. Let's obviously go forward onto that. Sword infantry can come back around. They do have these halberds, which are basically impenetrable from the front, so let's try and pull out of that. And hopefully we can just get our cavalry to go focus them down there. Probably want to try and kill these halberds if I can. Wait, pull out a unit. Oh, we want to pull out both our horses now. Great. Yeah, crossbows focus down them over there. We want to kill the halberds now, because the halberds are going to be very hard to kill from the front. But if we get a good rear charge off of them, that'll probably be pretty beneficial to us as well. As all this cavalry rushes over, they're going to be exhausted by the time they get here, but it'll be worth it. It'll definitely be worth it. But you have to be careful with our general. But okay, we'll go kill that. Make sure we just finish off his cavalry as well. We don't want any of his cavalry coming around. Oh my god, that unit right there has bested me. Luckily, we have a unit of cavalry to go chase him down. Yeah, but our swords are struggling as well fighting these halberds. Halberds are just so strong from the front. Luckily, we got a good cavalry charge there. And we're surrounding them. Also hitting these guys in the back as well. Crossbows, man, though. Come on, run. We need to get this cavalry over here. The rest of it is probably pretty solid, though. Managed to kill that. Our cavalry is really struggling, though. Obviously, this early tier cavalry does not have the kind of the staying power. And we'll get a nice little rear charge into the back of these halberds to hopefully finish them off. There are a lot of missiles coming in as well, so maybe we just hold our fire on the missiles now that all the cavalry's turned up. Make sure we kill that. We've routed them. Perfect. Let's bring back more horses now as well. We want to route this halberds. What's our general route? Okay, we have raised banners. That's kind of nice to stick on these guys. Raise the banners a little bit. Now we just need to finish off these guys. And then we'll look to take this fortress. Fortress of Solitude right there. Get on board with our French knights as we charge in. Fighting missiles. You guys can see the serious damage that crossbows can do against most units. So you really need to have a good archer force. That's why fighting England is going to be an absolute bitch. It really, really is. We need to reinforce over here, obviously. We've basically killed all of these guys now with the help of our cavalry. Great. And then we'll just bring our men in. So we've actually kind of taken some pretty big casualties when it does come to cavalry. Oh crap, they actually do have some dudes left as well. Okay, let's just send a unit of knights out there. Then we'll basically just have to reform the line as well. Okay, so that's that done as well. Perfect. We don't want to obviously risk our generals at all. All of these guys are dead as well. Perfect. So let's just maybe just go and shoot these guys to death. Reinforcements are almost here as well, so we have to form up the entire battle line properly. Make sure you chase them halberds down. So let's quickly just do this then. Let's form up our formation just so we're a little bit more secure in what we're trying to do. We have a large amount of archers we can use to burn down the gate, which is nice. Or burn down the fortifications. Let's form up a nice little formation then. So we'll form up you guys here. You guys go there. Our infantry's all done, right? Yeah, our infantry's all sorted. So let's form up our lowly infantry who have taken several casualties already. Like here. And then we'll do our cavalry in a second when they're a bit formed up. We also have some early spearmen as well we can form up back there. Our generals, the king and the general, can go back here. Nice. We do actually still have a couple of spearmen here, which we just need to make sure we finish off. When our cavalry can form up, and yeah, we'll progress our way in. So overall, that was a difficult fight, honestly. Like, if we didn't have two armies and all that cavalry, their archers would have probably ripped me apart. So yeah, at least everyone's forming up now. We'll just triple speed it up as everyone gets into position. And then we'll look to take on this fort, burning down the walls themselves, burning down the towers, and then making our way in. They still obviously have, you know, a lot of missiles we have to kind of worry about. I don't know if the AI is thinking they want to come out and they're just reforming. I think they might be. They're basically just forming up to fight me. That's kind of a smart idea by the AI, actually. Somewhat, anyway. Okay, cavalry's all done as well. So basically, we'll just like push all of these guys back here now. We have a lot of these horses. Oh, we actually have a unit of like elite macemen as well. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, let's advance forward our missiles. Fire arrows, obviously, if they have it. Oh, it's raining, so we can't. Oh, can we? No, we can. Good, thank God. So that would have been painful if not. Okay, burn down these towers, please, boys. And you guys burn down these towers. You guys just shoot that. Yeah, we want to see these towers done very, very quickly if we can. You guys okay? We're just out of range. So move up a little bit, please. Okay, yeah, we are burning this down great. The rain obviously would not be able to put out this many fire arrows. But obviously also, it's not like the fire arrows were actually a real thing. So we just want to make a few more breaches along the wall itself, as well as burn these towers. The towers do rack up some serious damage, and they really do assault our force, especially when we have a weaker force as well. Oh, sorry, also I'm going to turn this music down a little bit. It's just a tad loud for me. Hopefully that's okay though for you guys. And our infantry, so these are going to be our core assault blocks, and then we're going to have maybe two behind that to go through the breach. Actually, these two then can go behind that. Cool, I just want these towers to start burning, and then we'll start our assault. And we have a spearman kind of right there. Then we'll commit a few units of horses, maybe down this left flank, to pour in there, and then we'll send into these guys around this flank. So something I've definitely learned about the French army so far is that these guys aren't very good. They're, or at least against other cavalry, they're not very good. So we'll have to keep a cautious eye on them. Okay, so the towers are almost done. We've got our infantry pushing up. They've got a lot of crossbows as well that they are now bringing to bear. We're going to be careful about dealing with them. And that's why I really want to get in cavalry into the city as quickly as possible. As soon as these towers start to burn, though, we'll be in a very good situation, especially once we make a breach as well. Take a look at their infantry line right there. So I'm hoping once we've killed these two armies, we can quickly go down. I'm thinking of vassalizing Toulouse. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys think we should vassalize Toulouse, or at least vassalize one of them? Because they would be a great Spanish kind of defensive border that just basically keeps us safe. Nice. So that should basically burn all of that. Towers are basically done for now. So archers focus down there. The crossbows, please. You guys focus down that. We actually have a unit of crossbows our own. Yeah, right here we might as well bring up and use to start hitting them. Okay, cool. So the first infantry block, let's go. All our archers, obviously you can just go on to normal shots now as well. Yeah, normal shots now. Maybe heavy shot would be better. No, let's just go standard shot. And let's start hitting their crossbows. I want these crossbows dead. Infantry's going to be pushing up. We'll quickly send up more dudes here as well. And obviously our elite infantry as well can maybe push up around here as well. Cavalry can be ready to move in. I do want infantry kind of close as well so that I can quickly reinforce. Our generals can move up as well. We might as well use up this cavalry as well. Let's just get a little bit closer here with these guys. And we'll send over more cavalry as well. Just leaving these kind of wounded ones a little bit further back. Same over here as well. You guys can move there. Okay, great. The wall has basically been destroyed. And they've fallen back a little bit, which is kind of good. So let's just push forward. If we can break in, that would be great. We're obviously going to be taking a lot of damage through missiles right now. Maybe let's just try and set fire. I don't think the fire is spreading due to the fact that them crossbows are going to be so painful. Let's spread out. Let's just pour in then. Infantry pour into the city. We're going to need to muster our defense. And I think this is where we throw our cavalry in. Cavalry go in there. Because we're going to be getting hit by missiles left, right, and center. Same over here as well. They don't have a lot of infantry, and what we do have should be enough to beat them. Let's bring up our general and this general as well, just to quickly move in. Yeah, these crossbows are going to be so painful. They really are. There's no point making that breach as well, because the AI is not really going to assault us. Everyone focus that down. The cavalry needs to make its way into the city, or into the fort. Same with you guys as well. Hopefully we'll draw up a lot of their defenders. Infantry is fighting hard. And this is going to be deadly, because we're going to lose a lot of men here, but I'm hoping we'll have enough to defeat them. They also have some good men here as well. Let's bring up the macemen as well. We have right here. Just get into the city. Yeah, their defense is kind of holding. And then you guys go after the crossbows there. Can we get through there or not? Do we have any more? Yeah, we have a lot more infantry. So let's just pour into the city now. You guys come around here as well to help out. We'll walk right down here. Our morale is not... Why is our morale so bad? That's actually pretty insane how bad our morale is. Okay, well, we're going to have to throw in more infantry here then as well. This cavalry's going to have to get his ass in. Oh, this is our king, right? Yeah, we'll raise our banner here, though. Try and buff these guys to keep them staying. Longbows can maybe focus this down. We have all these missiles not really doing much right now. Oh, God, get the general out of there. He just can't really stand that. And you guys go through here and hit these missiles, I guess. You guys go there. Yeah, we need to be very careful about general. Maybe some hammer and anvils would be nice. Our king needs to be very, very secure, though. Oh, all of these archers, get off of fire as well. Fire arrows will be brutal and just rout my own men, which obviously we do not want. We are struggling. Our infantry obviously just does not have quality right now. If we can, I guess... What do we want to shoot? Yeah, we're mainly just focusing down that. More infantry can come in quickly. We've got these macemen here as well. These guys will be really, really big. Yeah, let's get this general out of there. He's extremely low. Rest of our infantry being brought up as well. Cavalry in. The cavalry is in. Perfect. Okay, we want to quickly kill these crossbows now. Probably go rear charge them if we can. You guys just get into the city if you can. The king is also here, and I think I'm going to have to use him aggressively. You guys attack that. More infantry in as well. They are standing quite nicely right now. We just don't have the quality to really smash them as much as I would like. These macemen are obviously going to be great. And they're going to have a lot of damage coming in as well on us. We are killing the crossbows, which is really key. I'm just going to ignore these towers. The Attila towers are extremely strong, but I think I'm just going to ignore them right now. In the hopes of basically just killing the battle and winning it quickly. Let's try and bring more infantry around there. Archers focus down this. All of you guys are focusing down this clump. Obviously trying to kill their cavalry. Let's try and kill their general. All's fair in love and war after all. You guys charge down there. Sorry, not really many cinematics. I apologize. This is a close battle though. It's important. If we lose this battle right now, campaign is not going to be in a good situation. Luckily though, these heavy infantry are much more secure. And we have to put up a much greater fight. The archer fire on that cavalry as well is going to be huge. We'll send one over there as well. And the other one, come kill this general, please. One over here, perfect. Let's now crush in. Whew, we took heavy casualties, but we did fight, you know. That's good to see, right? That the AI doesn't have just ridiculous bonuses. You know, as an even battle, the AI put up a good fight. And, you know, we could have lost our infantry. We don't really have a lot of infantry left. Is that everything? Just this now, right? Just this and that's it. Okay, well that's the Toulouse army's absolutely smashed. Perfect. We want to make sure we kill them as well because They can obviously bring back more men. Archers can just all hold fire now. You've done your job. And there we have it. The battle is over. Just got to triple speed it really quickly. Kill these guys. Perfect. That's all we needed to do. That was a big-ass battle as well. That was a good battle. I really enjoyed that. That was a very back and forth, considering we had equal numbers, similar quality, really, and they had a defensive position. That was not easy. If they would have had both their armies inside the fort, then who knows what could have happened. Our cavalry just going to town, though. Cool. So what can we do? We kill both of their armies completely. We take a replenishment. We can gain a bit of money or kill the captives. Let's take on the warriors. We kind of need the replenishment. Yeah, I did not see they were fortified there. I should have paid more attention. But we killed the Toulouse king, which is great. And my army now flees. I don't really want to pursue it because it's basically useless now. What I want to do is I want to quickly maneuver my way back round and go to basically hit their cities, like, in, what, 2 turns' time? Yeah, basically go after their cities as quickly as we can. Get our men inside of our place right here. Nice, one of our generals leveled up. Kind of a bit like none of these really are exciting. However, this will be cool. Seeing the different household abilities, that'll be good. This is, like, obviously amazing. Getting 1 chevron on the infantry is going to be so important. And obviously I'm going to go towards these, so we can basically recruit silver infantry. That's, like, an amazing trait. But again, it's just not, like, that interesting. Like, these are just vanilla, basically. So hopefully they do get adjusted. Just, you know, I want, like, the governor tech tree is, what, like, 4 things. I'd love to see kind of just 2 separate trees or something. Again, no idea if that's possible. That would be cool. So cool. Well, that's where we're going to leave it then for today's episode. If you guys want to see more of this, be sure to drop a like and a comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you want to see me carry on this one, you can see a nice little battle victory right there as well. Battle of Vienna. Enemies killed in battle. Oh, he was called the Just Conquerors as well. That's kind of cool. And we're going to sword as well. Yeah, so let me know what you guys want to see in the next one. And let me know what you thought of the campaign so far. Obviously, you've only saw a small glimpse of it. And we are still in the year 1212, which is kind of fitting. But yeah, just let me know. I'm having a ton of fun. I'll be happy to do more of these if you guys enjoy them. And I'll see you guys in the next one.